What's up, guys? Back for another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Amazon Echo. Should you buy the Amazon Echo? My thoughts and things like that. Now, if you don't know what the Amazon Echo is, it's basically a speaker with a voice assistant in it, kind of like Siri or Google Now or Cortana in a speaker. Now, this thing is meant to be plugged in the wall at all times. It's kind of like a connected home device, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that during this video. But this thing does plug in the wall. It doesn't run on batteries, and the Amazon Echo actually will run you $180 for this thing. Now, as you can see, it does have some physical controls on the top. You can mute the microphones on it. This thing does have 7 microphones on it, so it can pick you up from across the room. It can even pick you up from different rooms in your house. That's how powerful the microphones are on this device. So it's basically like if you took Siri or Google Now and put it into a speaker. That's basically what this thing is. Now, the name of this product, like I said, is the Amazon Echo, but the name of the voice assistant on this is Alexa. So you are going to be saying Alexa a lot to actually activate this thing. Now, one thing you can do with this, since this is a speaker, you can play music, obviously. Now, the music quality on this thing is not mind-blowing or amazing. It's just okay. For $180, it's an okay speaker. But if you're looking for real true sound quality, then I would look elsewhere. I think one of the better products for around $180 to $200 would be the UE Boom speakers. Those things just kick major ass, I'm not even gonna lie. But on the other hand, you do have to remember this does have a full-blown assistant like your phone, like Siri or Google Now, inside of this speaker. So I guess it kind of makes up for the lack of okay sound quality with the fact that it does have a voice assistant in this speaker. Now, what can you do with this assistant or speaker? You can tell it generic stuff, kind of like Siri or Google Now. You can say, what's the weather? You can ask it stuff like, how old is Obama? How tall is the Empire State Building? You can also set timers, like set a timer for 2 minutes, or wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it'll do stuff like that, your generic stuff like that. But the reason I said it was a connected home device at the beginning of the video is because this thing also controls stuff in your house like smart locks, light bulbs, and next year they already announced it's going to be controlling a Sonos speakers, I think they're called, so it will be able to control Sonos speakers, your sound system if you have those. So there is other stuff this can do that the other assistants can't do, so that is nice if you have Wi-Fi light bulbs or a Wi-Fi lock at your door or Sonos speakers in the near future. It'll be able to activate those. Some other things this can do that a Siri and the Google Now can't do. It can also order you an Uber ride. It can order you a Lyft ride. It can also order your Domino's pizza if you really want to. Now, one thing I like about the Amazon Echo, or aka Alexa, is that her voice actually sounds pretty good. Compared to Siri, I think her voice is, I'm going to say it, I think it's a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, a little bit less robotronic. I do like her voice, and if you were wondering, you can change Alexa's name to Echo or Amazon, but out the box her name is Alexa. And if you're wondering, you can't change it to a guy's voice if you're wondering, so you are stuck with Alexa, the girl's voice. On the top, it does have a ring around it, and as you can see, it is lit up right now. It means that the microphones are muted, because you can mute the microphones on top. It also has an action button right there, but there's really no point of using the buttons on this because this thing is controlled by your voice. You do everything with voice, so you really don't need the buttons on here for the most part. You're not going to be using the buttons. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it on camera and show you what some things you can do with the Amazon Echo. I won't be demonstrating any music playback due to copyright infringement, of course, but like I said, the music playback is not amazing on this thing. It's okay for $180. It's not going to blow you away, but what you're really paying for is a speaker with a voice assistant in the Bluetooth speaker. Now, when it comes to the music playback on this thing, you can get music from iTunes Radio, TuneIn Radio, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Prime Music, so you can get it from a lot of different places. And if you don't like those services, you can also connect it to your device via Bluetooth. So your phone, your tablet, your computer via Bluetooth, and listen to whatever you want besides those services. So you're not tied down to those services, because it does have Bluetooth in it. It is a Bluetooth speaker. If you want to use it as a Bluetooth speaker, you can use it as a Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to go ahead and unpause it, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you some stuff you can do with this thing. Alexa, volume up. And as you can see, when you say her name, the ring around it lights up blue. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but it does make a little part of the ring a little bit darker, meaning that's where you're talking from. But sometimes that ring is inaccurate, but it really doesn't matter, because as long as he understands what you're saying and whatnot, you should be good to go. Alexa, what's the weather like in Los Angeles?
In Los Angeles, California, it's 84 degrees with clear skies and sun. Today, you can look for partly sunny weather with a high of 86 degrees and a low of 65 degrees.
And every time she does talk to you, the ring does light up blue. And no, you cannot change the color of the ring, but the ring does light up blue. Alexa, volume up. Alexa, how tall is the Empire State Building?
The Empire State Building's height is 1,250 feet, 381 meters.
Alexa, how old is Obama?
Barack Obama is 55 years old.
And there is some stuff she can't actually do, like Siri and Google now. She can't get everything perfectly right, so there is some stuff you won't be able to ask her, like Alexa, who is the nominee for the Democratic Party?
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
As you can see, she wasn't able to answer that question. Alexa, who's running for the White House?
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
As you can see, she's not perfect at all, but she does a lot of things great. She can even tell you the news. Alexa, what's the news?
Here's your flash briefing. In NPR News from TuneIn.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Jack Speer. The White House has shortened the prison sentences
Alexa,
of 100...
Pause. Alexa, resume.
Inmates who expected to die behind bars. NPR's Carrie Johnson reports the prisoners
Alexa,
have been locked up for
what's the weather in Chicago?
In Chicago, Illinois, it's 82 degrees with intermittent clouds. Tonight, you can look for some clouds with a chance of thunder showers, with a low of 71 degrees.
As you can see, you can actually talk over it when it's like playing your music or playing the news or something. You can actually talk over it, and it will pick you up, and it will answer your question, and then it will go back to your music if you're playing music, or if you were playing the news, it will go back to the news. I don't know right there why it didn't go back to the news, but I'll try that again. Alexa, what's the news?
Here's your flash briefing. In NPR News from TuneIn.
Live from NPR News in Washington,
Alexa,
I'm Jack Speer.
what's the temperature in Dallas?
In Dallas, Texas, it's 91 degrees with partly sunny skies. Tonight, you can look for just a few clouds in the sky, with a low of 75 degrees.
Nonviolent drug crimes.
President Obama has now commuted
Alexa,
the sentences of 600
volume down.
10 presidents combined.
As you can see, it actually resumed the news after I asked it the question, so it does pick up your voice after as something is actually playing, like the news or music playing. It'll just resume the music or resume the news right after you ask it the question, which is also really nice. Alexa, stop. And this does actually pair up with a app on your smartphone or your tablet. They also have these things on the app called Skills, which it's basically an app store for Alexa, and she is supposed to get smarter and whatnot from those skills, but if you look on the skills on the app, the skills are actually no good, because most of them are not that good. They're like, you can play some games, or it can tell you some jokes and stuff like that. So most of the skills honestly are not that good, but you can add more functionality with this through the skills app. Through the skills on the app for the Echo. And also, if you didn't know, also just a little pro tip, you can actually connect this Echo to an app called IFT, and you can give it more functionality through IFT. Now, is this thing worth like $180? It really depends what your needs are and whatnot. But this thing is pretty much, I would say, good for a person that's always in the kitchen or always in the living room. Especially if you're in the kitchen cooking and whatnot and your hands are always full, then this is a great product to set up in your kitchen and stuff like that. And this thing really does shine more when you have connected devices like smart light bulbs, smart lock, when the Sono ability comes out next year for the speakers and everything like that. So this thing will get better. Honestly, for $180, this thing is a little pricey. Like I said, the music playback is not all that great. I would say it is good, but not amazing. I'm not really trying to knock it. It is good, but not amazing. Nothing to blow your pants off, but it is good for what you're paying for. Overall, I wish this thing was a little bit cheaper, maybe $160, $150, $140. Then maybe it would be a great buy, but it's not really, what I'm saying is, it's not really worth the $180 price point when a lot of devices like computers and smartphones and tablets already have an assistant on this. What you're really paying for mostly is for a connected home device. When you have light bulbs, when you have your lock, when you have your Sonos and everything can connect to this, then that's when this thing really does shine. But as a Bluetooth speaker with an assistant on it, I just wish this thing was a little bit more cheaper. It is a great device if you want to try it out for $180. I think Prime members do get a discount on this. And also, when it comes to music playback as well, this thing also obviously does shine when you have Amazon Prime Music and when you have Spotify Prime and things like that. That's when this thing really does shine. Another thing you can do if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can actually order stuff directly from Amazon using your voice, so you don't have to get up and actually go to your device and actually order anything. You can order your stuff directly from this Echo. But that feature is, people have been saying that feature is not too good because there's so much stuff on Amazon. It's kind of hard to specify what you want to buy on Amazon when you ask her, but overall I just wish this thing was a little bit cheaper. Then it would be a definite buy. But if you have a lot of smart home connectivity, then this thing is, I would say, probably worth the $180 price tag this thing's going for. Anyway guys, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out, guys.